Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. With state prop you looking bleak now. I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find it so she fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, greatest ever sums it up.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the San Francisco 49ers. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Here we go. 180. No gain on this defense, no gain. Showing it. Switch. Go ahead.
On first down, here's Breida. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
51's the mic, boy, 51.
Now it's Breida. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On third down, a run from Breida. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll run it with Coleman. And his first carry, he loses the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
Sony Michel, his first carry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. This is Michel on the counter. And an alley to run. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, 55 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. Gets past one man. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Hey, set. 29. Alpha. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the screen. Hey, check it.
On 1st down, Michelle. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
It's been a long day for you.
Now Brady. Well, the connection, this is Ryan Izzo, complete. A good pickup. They get 8, but it's 3rd down now.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run it here. This is James White trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Shotgun now for Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Now a give coming right is Brady. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, hey, we talked about the AFC playoff picture. Let's look at the NFC. That's a different story. You've got Dallas and Philly neck and neck in the East. Then Green Bay, New Orleans, and San Francisco as division leaders. But with only 2 more wild card spots, really some good teams left out in the cold in January.
Yeah, because right now you got Seattle at 7-2, Minnesota 6-3. They would be in as of right now. But the Rams 5-3. Carolina, and whoever doesn't win the East out of either Dallas or Philadelphia, this is going to be a heck of a battle, isn't it? People are going to have an effect on this conference with every game.
And now Garoppolo lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They run forward Breida, and he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position.
Wait, 54. Here we go, let's bring it. 50.
They'll run on first down. Michelle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. On for the extra point is Folk. And it's good to make it 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jamie Collins picks up his second sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Garoppolo. And Sanders has got it complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
It's caught by Sanders. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's John Simon with a sack.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. On first down, Michel. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Trying to pound it in here with Michel, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They run the counter. Michel, and that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Right there, all day, baby.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. Time. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
On second down, Michelle. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
3 bucks. Hey, Alabama.
On third down, Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th.
Hey, 166.
They do go for it. It's Brady. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Well, Charles, I guess the only thing I can think there is they've got a 3-score lead, and they're saying, well, we're not going to lose this, so let's have some fun. I don't know why you go for it.
I think that's as good an explanation as any, and we all know that certain coaches are more aggressive than others. That call to me, the fantasy people loved it, right? Anybody who's going to touch the ball, gain yards, maybe put more points on the board, they're happy that they kept it and did that. So very interesting deal there, but I'm with you on that one. Maybe just says, what the heck, we can't lose. Let's go ahead and keep trying to win or add to our lead.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle there to make the grab. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
57 to Mike. Let's go. 72.
After the sack on 1st down, Brady caught by Sanu. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
I'm coming after you. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Hey, let's get off the field. Go. The field, D. 57. Mike 57. Mike 28.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete.
trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. On the return, it's James. The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The dump-off gets him 9, so now they're in much better shape for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They run with Breida. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Michelle. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Wait, set, 53! Here we go. Right. He's tied right here. He's tied on the right.
Again, it's Michelle. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it, and you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken very short.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
And it's Michelle once again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Brady. And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
James now to return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense.
Again with Breida, and he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the run.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's put them on the buses. Regular.
They'll keep it on the ground. Michelle, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Silver.
Hey, Chase, team 6.
Shadow. 57. Mike, 57.
From midfield, here's Brady. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Yeah.
That's when them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Check 43.
Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. A gain of 13. It's a first down. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead. All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. Sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Throwing is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is right down the middle. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Get him, boys. Get him, boys.
Jackson, option right. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the 1st down.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up 1st downs.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now the pitch comes to Ingram. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on 1 run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. Snead's got it. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help, because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On the counter, Ingram. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit, because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now, 3rd and goal. Now, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Tucker's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me,
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the three's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the three is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you get dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
There we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick, other than the extra.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jalen Ferguson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Wilson sliding out of the pocket. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Here's Carson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second down now, it's Carson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It's caught, block it, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 19. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Jalen Ferguson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Wilson. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the shotgun, Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Jackson, option right. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Ready? Hot, 64. Wait. 54. And come on out here.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
It's a give to the right, Ingram. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be taken short.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Go. Go.
Seattle touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson, option right. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
That's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the run.
Jackson, option right. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And that's another big-time run. And it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
They'll run on first down. It's Ingram, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Watch the screen. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. And even 60 yards for him on the ground. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Wilson. Forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And Myers able to knock it through. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, I knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
It's just me and you.
Jackson, option right. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, Jackson letting one go deep for Roberts. He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. This time, Jackson will throw it. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 45 yards. As they can now even point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On second down, it's Carson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run it with Carson, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Wilson. He's going to let this go for the end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett. He scored on the ground and through the air. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken very short. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. He's got it to Ingram, complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Quick throw taken in by Snead. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. To throw on 3rd down. Jackson. He's going to loft one. Deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's going to keep it here. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Now Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
On 1st down, Ingram. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And got his man complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there, and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
They'll look to throw, escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down, and he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Watch the pass. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, let's go. Watch the ship.
Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. He's got the first down inside the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll try to run with Carson, and this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. So a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. To throw is Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. They'll run on first down. It's Ingram. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Jackson, option right. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 yards there, first down. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Jackson, option right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
3-3. Check 83. Ball going to 83.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
36 power.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Now it's Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. No offensive nightmare there. You go for it on 4th, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension
Up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. It's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money stacked. Foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Yeah.
Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Miami Dolphins as they do battle with the reigning MVP of the next.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Today, we've got another installment of the International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. Leading them out is going to be their quarterback. That's the grizzled vet, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
One thing that I think Ryan Fitzpatrick doesn't get enough credit for is his toughness. This is a guy who plays through injuries, but it's also being mentally tough, knowing that everyone's always trying to move him out of the lineup, trying to find a replacement for him, yet he continues to back.
And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunity. Opportunities for this offense going forward.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is taken at about the 14. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Kansas City Chiefs got back in the win column in Week 9 against Minnesota, 26-23. And you talk about the quarterback position. Look, chances are Patrick Mahomes is going to come back sooner rather than later. But Matt Moore acquitted himself as a solid number 2 guy.
He certainly did.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Raekwon McMillan came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Not that time for Watkins. 3rd down here.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 39, Mahomes. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Mahomes going to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
But for a running back, that kind of encompasses everything right there. Terrific run, but he almost gets into the end zone. Remember, almost. Didn't quite get there. Most running backs I know, they don't want to come out of the game now. They're screaming to the bench, call it again. I want to get into the end zone.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Yellow. I've got little lead. Get ready.
Mahomes now on the sneak. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Dolphins offense jogs back on the field, and they're coming off that Week 9 victory. First win in the Brian Flores era over the New York Jets, 26-18. And they have beaten the Jets now 4 straight times, but this one was obviously significant after the rough 0-7 start.
We talked about this a few weeks ago about Miami circling this game as a potential win for them so that they can get off the schneid and not be over the season. But they have played better of late. How about last Monday night in Pittsburgh? Had a 2-touchdown lead in that game that went by the wayside. But guess what? Brian Flores is a head coach in his first year. They may be dismantling the team around him, but the guys that are in that locker room, he gets them to play hard and play aggressively.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, and it goes with what you're saying, he kind of gets a mulligan this year because of what he's had to deal with.
If he doesn't get a mulligan, totally unfair to him. He deserves a mulligan with what's happening around him, but he still gets that team to produce each and every week and make it difficult on their opponent.
They run it with Balaj. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
He's checking.
They go play action. Fitzpatrick. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. They're on the march, but facing a third down here.
Check. Check. 53. We got it.
Here's Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Kansas City's offense comes back out here. You know, Charles, you had the game in Arrowhead against Minnesota Week 9, and the Chiefs at one point, they were in danger of losing their 4th straight home game at Arrowhead. I mean, that would have
the thought.
Unbelievable. 3 in a row was unheard of, let alone 4. But Harrison Butker saved the day with a game winner.
Yeah, he did, and Matt Moore at the quarterback position. That became his 8th game-winning drive, rallied them late. Even after a big penalty, he made it, I think, a 2nd and 21 or something. Big throw to Travis Kelce. They end up in field goal position. Butker delivers. But they're not back at Arrowhead for a while. They go to Tennessee. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vince Beagle in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.